Hello Star Wars fans and collectors, it's me Jedi Master 98 back again with another Star Wars review. In today's Star Wars review we're going to take a look at this. It is the Darth Maul comic from Marvel. Now in the last review I gave a look at the third and final part of the Old Republic comic book, and I mentioned prior to the end of the video that we were taking a look now at some Darth Maul comics. Now the Darth Maul comics that we're going to be taking a look at is one of them is going to be set before the events of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and the second comic book will be taking place in the events of obviously the Clone Wars era, and literally just before the Siege of Mandalore that we saw in the Season 7 4-part and last part of the Clone Wars series back in April of 2020. But as I said, we're going to be taking a look now at some Star Wars comics here, or April and early May for the Clone Wars season finale, not forgetting May. But moving on, but as I said, yeah, we're going to be taking a look now at the Darth Maul comic from Marvel. And these two comics that I've recently read have been really cool. I seem to say that a lot about many things, but honestly, these comics are epic. The artwork, as usual, like I said, the artwork, the character development, the storyboard, everything about comics, they're just brilliant. It just gives you another way of obviously storytelling, obviously artwork, and obviously graphic novels, and obviously all different storyboards. It's quite a unique way of obviously portraying a story, whether it's comic books, TV shows, or films on the big screen. But these ones, especially the Darth Maul ones, and if you're a fan of him, do not, I repeat, do not disappoint, because Maul is such an intriguing character and such a fan favourite character from the events of Phantom Menace, like with Boba Fett in the Empire Strikes Back. But with this, Maul's character in this is sublime and superb. But that's enough for me rabbiting and going on about such an iconic Star Wars villain. Let's jump in and take a look at this comic in more detail. Now, as I said, Star Wars Darth Maul is set prior to Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace and explores the origins and early days of Darth Maul, an antagonist in the 1999 prequel trilogy film. Maul, under the command and obviously influences of Sith Lord Darth Sidious, is not yet allowed to engage Jedi in combat, so he spends his time hunting down crime lords. He finds a Jedi Padawan Eldra Kaitis in his hands of one such crime lords and takes it in opportunity to test his skills against a Jedi. The series shows how Maul is tempted by the dark side of the Force, and even how he is almost soared away from it. Now that's just a brief description on what's going on in this comic. So let's take a look at this comic in more detail. So as I said, you've got a lovely bit of artwork of Maul on the front, looking all fiery and fierce. I'll just turn the comic. So you've got other parts of the comic there, and obviously Star Wars Darth Maul there. Turn the side, we've obviously got artwork and obviously writers and all that lot there. More artwork as well from the comics. And it gives you a brief description and obviously what's going on in this comic book series. So if you want to pause the video and have a look at that, you're more than welcome to. So you've got some artwork on Tion Kiti, which is a planet in the Outer Rim, and this one does show Maul and obviously other characters going over raftars. And obviously, if you're a Star Wars fan, you will be familiar with these creatures, because the raftars do make an appearance in Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens, where we encounter Han Solo and Chewie with obviously Kanja Club and the Guavian Death Gang. But little did they know that Maul is in the act, and obviously testing his strengths and training to try and take down these fierce and obviously noble creatures in the Star Wars galaxy. But yeah, lovely bit of artwork of Maul getting ready for action, trying to take out these raftars. But no, quite a unique character, the raftars. But yeah, the artwork is cool, and we see Maul succeed in taking down a couple of them as well. And we also see brief aspects of him on Coruscant, obviously trying to hide and obviously release his anger at the same time on the Jedi and everything, obviously, because obviously Palpatine has obviously spread a load of dark deceptions and manipulations to try and get Maul to hate the Jedi even more. And obviously he's in the alleyway there just stalking his prey and trying to pounce on the right moment, but obviously Sidious is saying it's not the right time to strike, so he sends him off to a planet in the Outer Rim to obviously test his skills, and that planet is Kallax. But yeah, so you see him use his ship with the cloaking device as well. Obviously if you are familiar with the Star Wars Battlefront 2 game, his ship on there is quite a unique and fierce ship in the galaxy, but it's a very cool design nonetheless. Sorry. But yeah, the artwork is superb as well, and while we see Maul do his own thing and everything when he goes to the bar and try and puts in a word on what he's looking for and everything, we also do come across some familiar characters in the Star Wars universe, and two of them there are literally where my fingers are here. It is Aurra Sing and Cad Bane, and obviously if you are fans of the Clone Wars TV show, we see these characters in the Star Wars TV show, season 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Obviously we saw Aurra Sing briefly in the Phantom Menace as part of the pod race scene, and obviously we see Cad Bane, who made an appearance in season 1, season 2, season 3 and season 4 with the epic part of Obi-Wan going undercover and obviously trying to take down the Chancellor at the festival on Naboo. But Cad Bane is such a sick and magnificent bounty hunter. He's one of my top bounty hunters alongside Jango Fett. And obviously recent news to Star Wars fans as well with the Black Series 6-inch line. This character is coming to the Black Series, so you can keep an eye out there for characters. But hopefully the Vintage Collection can ram up their gear in recent weeks and recent months with their distribution, and who knows, even these, look, 2 characters here, that'll do. But that's another discussion for another time. But yeah, you see Maul and Aurra Sing and Cad Bane and his fellow associates make an alliance with them to try and do a bit of business. And obviously you see the part where they're dealing with all their mischiefs and everything. A few characters you might know there, the Pikes as well, Black Sun, and obviously I forgot what Bosk's creatures are called there. Obviously got the IG-88 versions and several characters from the Clone Wars era. It looks like they're Constable Zuvio's men or race as well. But yeah, they're all here for one thing, a bit of sport, and obviously trying to use their bit of money and everything to bid on this, which is the young Jedi Padawan that they're all after. And obviously later on we see the fate and what happens and everything. But yeah, moving on, we obviously see what happens to the characters in this, and obviously Maul is trying to get his way and trying to get to the Jedi as quick as he can. But yeah, they end up eventually working together due to what's happening and everything. And like I said, there's a few characters that we do see, where are we, from the Clone Wars era, especially season 3, where these guys poisoned the water supply on the planet Mandalore as well. But yeah, quite a unique design. We see some fighting there between these guys with Maul and all that lot, trying to get his way for the young Jedi. And obviously they escape, their ship crashes, and eventually they are hunted down for sport, obviously by all these different other characters as well. But yeah, it's a fantastic comic book, this one, with so many things happening. We see Maul and this young Padawan trying to develop a way to try and take down these evil bandits and bounty hunters and mischiefs that are after them. We kind of see a conscious side of Maul, but obviously that all turns to sour when Maul is ignited by his rage and wants to take on this young Jedi Padawan for himself, really. So yeah, we like I said, we eventually see the fate of this young Padawan as well, and obviously Cad Bane and the rest of his crew come in the end to save him and everything and take down more bounty hunters. But as I said, moving on as well, we see some great fights and artwork of obviously Maul's Sith robe and everything being slashed and fighting there. And as I said, we see the young Jedi Padawan's fate as well. And obviously, where are we? We know what happens to her, and obviously one of the droids in it gets absolutely mashed up. And we see Maul try and demise a plan there. And then eventually we see Maul go on his way. And obviously Palpatine mentions it was all a test to try and get him closer to him. But yeah, nevertheless, a fantastic Star Wars comic from the Darth Maul comic. But no, nevertheless, fantastic. Lovely bit of artwork. And nevertheless, fantastic stories for this as well. But yeah, that's just the back part of the comic there that you've got. But nevertheless, this comic here is fantastic. A really unique comic. As I said, a unique Star Wars character. And if you are a Star Wars fan of Darth Maul, then I do highly recommend you reading this, because it's a fantastic one and you will not be disappointed. So I'd like to say thank you very much for watching this Star Wars review. If you've got any more questions about Darth Maul or any other Star Wars characters in the comics and in general, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and be sure to stay tuned for more latest Star Wars reviews on this channel. So thank you very much for watching, have a nice day, and as always, may the Force be with you.